look at this snazzy new thing up here. Can you see it? It's just there. Look at that. We've got a counter. Now, I'm going to... that's the anti-waffle counter. Eyup FretHeads. It is Wednesday, the 29th of January, 2025. Welcome to Wednesday's lessons from the... Hang on, hold the press. It's not lessons from the book today. It is a lesson from PDF Club today. So I'm going to talk to you about PDF Club because, to be fair, me and Mrs. Ricky, we've been bashing away at this, trying to get this PDF Club Lite. I mentioned it last week. We've been bashing away trying to get this out. And we already have PDF Club. We have PDF Club Lifetime. We have PDF Club annual subscription. But people have been emailing and asking about a monthly subscription. So we've been busy behind the scenes working that lot out. Honestly, it's been... I'm surprised I've got any hair left. I really am surprised I've got any hair left. And Mrs. Ricky's got hair left as well. We're walking around like looking like owls, that, you know, baby owls. That's the way it's been going here at Shares Ricky's Guitar. So the waffle counts at 30, Shirley. Somebody said, yeah, no, we're trying to keep the waffle down today. We've got to keep the waffle down today because we have a very important event happening later on today as well. So, so we've got that going, but I just want to keep the waffle down and try and start here. It just makes it easier for people who are just dropping in and they want to know when the lesson's going to start. I think it helps. Does it help? Is it better? Does it help? Does it look a bit better? I don't know. So I'm going to do as much roll call as I possibly can, right? But let me get into it. So this lesson today, is, we're going to do a few bits and bobs. We've got some of this. We've got some pen and paper. We've got some on-screen graphics. We've got some other overhead camera things and all sorts of different stuff. Yeah, so we've got all sorts of cool stuff going on here. I'm going to try and make this as interactive as possible. I've added more bits in here as well. So this is all about mastering triads with the master triad patterns. There are three master triad patterns, and that's what I'm going to get into today. I'm going to show you how that ties into the cage system and how they intersect. And also what's important is I released a video not so long since as an upload, and that was talking about inversions, and that's really important as well. So we're going to get into a little bit of inversions, but also how you can see them really easily on the guitar. You'll get it and you'll go, is that it? And you'll go, all right, okay, all right, didn't know, right? So hopefully that's what's going to go on today. So I haven't got my fancy thing here. Now I'm going to refer to some of the stuff here. I'm going to refer to this, even though it's not a lesson from the book today, it's actually from PDF Club. The thing that the biggest kind of leading in the old video that I did with this was talking about the three minor chord shapes here and where those three minor chord shapes come from, and they come from the book. So if you haven't got the book's just there. Okay, so what you want to do as well is if you want we're doing a discount on PDF Club as well in the fretboard fraternity. We're doing that, so we're going to pop that up there in the fretboard fraternity. We'll be doing a discount on that, and we'll also be launching the PDF Club Lite. So if you want to join the fretboard fraternity, or indeed you're in there already, you'll go to the learning tab and you'll see that it'll be there for you. But short of that, if you wanna, what you do is go to rickysguitar.com/store, yeah, and Mrs. Ricky will put that URL in the thingy there, and then you can get to that new thing, which is PDF Club Lite. Now the thing is, right, and some of them are here and they don't like the roll call because they think it's waffle, probably, right? Some people roll up here and they don't want the community, they don't want all the chat, they just want the thing, and that's fair. I'm all about that, and I've had a few emails to that effect, and it's like, right, okay, let's do this. Nobody might be interested, I don't know. But we'll do it anyway, see if it works. So what we've done is we've done PDF Club Lite, and what PDF Club Lite is, it's a newsletter essentially, and what it does is, instead of being in the community, you basically just get all the PDFs from the lessons without having to fill that form in. Yeah, if you're in here now and you have to fill out that form, yes, for the good old free PDFs, and then wait for the email to come, and then you go like, all right, okay, hang on. And sometimes, sometimes on the back end, sometimes it doesn't fill it in, and it's like, where they're scratching his heads wondering what's going on. So what we thought was, right, well, let's just send it out as this PDF Club Lite. And that's what PDF Club Lite is. It's you get a weekly email, and in the weekly email, you get all the PDFs for all the lessons just in the email. You click on them, there they are. There they are, they're just there. And then you download them, you print them off, follow along with the lesson. Yeah, but you also get, the lessons from PDF Club, which are exclusive to PDF Club. So it's PDF Club Lite. You don't get the community, you don't get all that stuff. If you're a bit of a grumpy bugger, it's fine. We're all right, we understand. You've got a shed, you sit in it and you moan about the world. And I wish I had a shed, because I'd probably do the same. Hang on. Right, okay, so that's what I'm saying. Okay, so, and the thing is, it's like, it's just, and you can cancel it anytime you want and all that sort of stuff. But what we also thought was, what would be good is, just like PDF Club, if you get PDF Club, what you get is, when I've got courses coming out, and they are coming out, guys, I'm sorry, because I keep on mentioning these courses, but we've had to build the back end first. We're really super ready there. And like I say, I want to do courses, ebooks, live workshops, and all sorts of cool stuff. Yeah, and what I want to do is, for PDF Club members, I give you a discount code, so you can so you always get a bit off. That's the idea. PDF Club Lite, you always get a code in the emails for that month. Okay, so the thing is, you get a discount code. So if you wanted to buy the book, it kind of works out. You're gonna have to have a look and make up your own mind. Okay, so that's enough of that. I've got 2 minutes 44 here to do the roll call, which is like, it's not going to happen, is it? But it has to happen. I have to be strict, and I could just reset. I could reset that. Oh, there it is. I could reset that again to 10 minutes. Right? Okay, but I'm not going to do. I've got to finish in 2:25. So then, what we've got is all this good stuff. So I'm gonna be really cruel. Just tell me, if you don't like it, just tell me, yeah, and message me on Fretboard Fraternity or in PDF Club, and just let me know if this reduction of waffle is not what you want. You know what I mean? But I have thought of a way to deal with that as well. So I've got my thinking cap on, because I do like waffling to you. So let's just have a quick look. And I can see Telefunken's in the house. Winston's in the house. Let's have a look. Major Pentatonic's in the chat. I'm just reading names. Doug Fuller, Christopher Campagna, Mick England. First timer. Got to add him to the chat, and we've got to give him some applause. Sorry, but that's what we do here. Right, welcome, Mick. John's there. Eyup, what page are we on? We're not on a page. We're in PDF Club today. Doug Sloan, Harry Crockett, Martin Bailey, Jerry Linday, David Doty. Eyup, my lovelies. Remember, right, okay. Yeah, Stuart Smith, Jason Somerville, and Guitar Hero Fraternity. Another week. Looking forward to. Yes, finally. And Dry from Southampton. Angus McDonald. Let's have a look. Dave Blakemore, Phil James in the chat. So Billy Joe's here, Thunder Ace, my OG George Vacker from the old Fretboard Fraternity, Wade Johnson from Cowtown, JB from Poland, Shane Coyne we've got in the chat here, Relaxing Meditation, Greg Barrows doing a lot of heavy lifting in the old Fretboard Fraternity, keeping conversations going. Appreciate you, bud. Srenang Fawaka, Mars 2005 2000. Last hi to everybody. They were waiting for the numbers to jump up quickly. Nancy Parsons, hello Nancy. Robin Tate, Rabem. Hello, let's have a look, see who we got. Wilder 7BC, we go. Ken Guthrow from Newmarket, Ontario. Marcel LeBlanc, we appreciate it doing a sly little moderation task. I appreciate it there, Marcel. Steve Pinhead, let's have a look. Araf Suhail, Ibar Gum, these lessons are coming around so fast. It does. It was a bit of a panic getting in today. Braveheart Reefer 525. Hey Ricky. There we go. Ryan. We got Parker Fly Rook. We got John. Hey up all lad. And we got Araman 3048. Anik is in the chat. Thomas Newton. And we are going through this. I'm going through this chat, guys, because my 0 counters run out, but I'm still going. And I'm going to sound like when I'm doing an auction or something like that. We've got Ron Carrillo. We've got Cat Bubba. We've got Analog Kid. You're guessing page 22. It is for if you want to tie this in today and tie it into the book, there's lots of lessons in the book. And I'll be referencing them as we go along. It's actually page 31, lesson 25 that I will touch upon. So we've got Emsy there, Maria, we've got James Anderson, and we've got Lawrence O in London, we've got Alan Mackey, we've got Frank Wirricks, we've got Tim C, we've got, who else have we got in the chat? We've got Eric Collingwood. Let's have a look. We've got Chuck, we've got Ken Webb, we've got Bill DeGroot, we've got Norman Vine, and we're getting there. Siegfried Gotts, hi, nice to see you all. Daryl Drinkwine, Rennie Hartman, Anton, Dem Ravens. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting anybody on the way down, but I'm scrolling fast, and I'm only reading names. Ronnie River, Omno Van Leersum, hello from Holland. Craig Cranford from Canada. Let's have a look. We got that there. Let's have a look. Let's see who else is in here. Ingo Knoll. We've got Dale Sam. Hit that like button. Indeed. Cyril Johnson. And let's go. Me, myself, and I. Summary. That's a good one. Viva Man. Let's have a look. Phantom is in the house, in the chat. Robert Kennedy from Texas. I got your book. Watch your videos. My guitar knowledge is growing in leaps and bounds. Thank you. Well, thank you for supporting the channel and supporting my work here. Oh, Wilder. Oh, I'm going to have to add that because that's a testimonial there. That for me, that Wilder. So let's have a look there. Phil James, PDF Club, Michael Davies, Craig Tatton. Let's have a look. Richard Dobson, Barnsley, DC. Are the PDFs just in tab? They just go along with the lessons. They go along with the video lessons, so they follow the video lessons. Sometimes I use a bit of tabs. Mostly I use diagrams because I think tab is very narrow. It doesn't give you the overall picture. It's just very much specific. But if I was teaching something that was tab or that needed tab, I would use tab. So it's very much basically lesson based. So Ricky be a rebel, more waffle. And that's what we need. Jeff Honor, Dan Lafferty, Johnny Greenway, Graham Penfold, Ron Maxfield. Let's have a look. We all just love to hear your voice, Ricky. Well, you're going to hear it enough as I go through this lesson. Create Love, Happy, Anton, we love the waffle. Eric Collingwood, do what you got to do. Minimal waffle is cool. A Cat's Rule, we've got Malcolm Dengate, Mark Abbott, Diabolical Dan. Get to the bottom. Ale Ravella, first time here. That's it. We've got to give you applause. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Right, okay. We're firing through. Mick England. Let's go. Kickard's Collector from Mexico. Richard Hall. There we go. Grateful to have you here as well. Let's have a look in there. Dave Jarvis from Rhode Island. Martin Bailey. We love the likers. Yeah, make sure you wallop that like. Cody Lamar. Rick Gentle. And then, like Marcel says there, guys. Come on. 157 watching and only 67 likes. What's going on here, guys? Get that like button walloped. So, right, let me get rid of this one here. I'm going to get rid of my countdown here. Woo! Do you see it do that? Oh, hang on, that way. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Right, that's the roll call done. We're going to get fired into this lesson. We've done this in under 15 minutes. I think that's a miracle, to be fair. But what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about these triad patterns, these 3 master triads. Yeah. Now, this is a video. It's on my channel. You can watch it there. You can download the PDF for free if you want. But the thing is, I'm going to be writing out new stuff. And I've got some extra stuff. And I've got some homework as well for the guys in PDF Club as well. So there will be some extra stuff going out there. So what we need to do, let me just move this out of the way, is I need to talk to you about basically the first thing that we need to do is the first sort of idea of thinking about triads, the way of looking at triads is using 3 chords from the caged system. Okay, so we're getting into the lesson. So the 3 chords from the caged system. Now, let me just say, if you don't know what the caged system is, the caged system is essentially, there are 5 master chord shapes, and those shapes are the C major chord, we've got the A major chord, we've got the G major chord, we've got the E major chord, and then we've got the D major chord. Okay, so those are the 5 master chord shapes. Now, any chord you play has its roots in one of those 5 shapes. Sometimes they get so distorted you will never, you'll be looking at it, you'll be going, hang on, is that an A shape or is it a G shape? I have no idea. It's kind of in between. And this is what this kind of shows as well, because these 3 triad patterns, what they do is they reveal the intersects between the shapes, okay? And what do I mean by the intersects? Well, what I mean is if we play a C chord, right, this is the root note for a C chord here, guys, okay? But the thing is, if I use that root note there for an A shape, then I can play an A shape up here. There's the A shape, and it's still a C chord. Now, there's a reason for that, is because I'm only playing the notes C, E, and G, right? Now, when I play these notes, this is a major chord, and a major chord, what we do is we take the notes that we need, the ingredients for the chord, from the parent scale, which is C major, okay? I've done lots of lessons on this before, and there's lots of lessons on my channel. So if we look at the scale, yeah, and I'll show you the notes in the scale. So this is the root note of the scale. This is a C. This here is a D. That's the 2nd note of the scale. We don't want that one, but we want the 3rd. Yes, and then we get the 4th here. Oh, no, we don't. There, which is an F. We get the 4th here. Then we get the 5th here on the open G string. And actually, if I just played the A, D, and G strings, that is a C major triad in its entirety. So it's just 3 strings. So those people who think that you need to play all 6 strings, no, you don't. You can cheat. If you just played those 3 strings like that, it's enough for a song. And if you need to sing on top of that, yeah, like this. So I'm doing this there, I'm thinking, we got through the waffle real quick. We got through it real quick today. Yeah, and some people I know, right, this is a little foreshadowing, will have missed the waffle, and they might be sad about it, right? This is the foreshadowing. If I take that 3rd, and flatten it and make it minor, this becomes a C minor, just using those 3 strings. We got through the waffle real quick, and I'm now sad cause I haven't got a cup of tea. Yeah, so do you understand? Do you hear this? How there's the major, there's the minor. So the moving parts that we have with this we're going to get into is this 3rd idea. Now, like I say, C major, A major, G, yeah, we've got an E and D. Now, those are the 5 shapes. What we're going to do is we're just going to ditch the C major chord, and we're going to ditch the G major chord for now, right? Because what I want to show you is this thing that happens, yes? This thing that happens in the E chord. We're going to look at the E chord. And if I show you this, what I want you to do is, if you've got your guitar, this will make more sense as well. Get your guitar, yeah, or if you want to do this, you've got to look at this lesson in the book, and that is, like I say, this is lesson 25, page 31. Yeah, lesson 25, page 31. And you'll be able to see this a little bit clearer, but we're going to expand it out, guys, because that's what all these lessons, these classes are about, expanding things, okay? So, here, right? So we've got this here. How many fingers have I got on there? So, can you see? You see my pinky? I've got my pinky out like I'm having tea with the Queen. Well, the King. Yeah, as it is now. Right? So we've got that. So we've got that there. We've got 1, 2, 3 fingers on. Okay? So I've got 3 fingers on there. Now, if I go from ceiling to floor with this, I've got the 5th, the root, and the third on there. Remember what I just said about that C major chord? It had 3 ingredients. It had a root, it had a third, and it had a fifth from the scale. We didn't use any of the other notes. Yes, we didn't use the second, the fourth, or any of that stuff. We want to keep it basic. So we'd use that there. Yeah, so I can do the same here. Now this is fifth, root, third. Okay? Yeah? Any of my British people remember that? That's from back in the day when there were only 2 channels on TV and they were black and white. Yeah, that's how far I go back. Yeah, when phones were on wires, you know, and it's like, and they were usually in the hallway, and you had to go and sit on one of those bench things with the telephone directory underneath it as well. So you lost T rights by overrunning if this was the rules. Leave me alone, Deb. You alright? Leave me alone, mate. So we've got this here. Anglia TV, yeah. So it was like an ident just in between programs to say, oh, this is the channel you're watching. Yeah, as if you had much choice. There were only 2 channels. Yeah. That was before. That was actually, or was it just after the end credits of Crossroads? Right, okay, so that ident there told you what channel you were watching. And that basically, if you want to think about it, you go 5R3, 5, 4, 3, 5R. So you could think about it that, okay? How you count 1, 3, and 5 on the same string down for. I'm not going to get into any deep questions with this today, MZ. It got really, really complex last week with questions. Too many questions last week. So I will, and that's what I'm saying is like we're probably gonna do a Saturday live again just to catch up with a Q&A. So some other folks who can't make the lives, you know, can do that. So E major, 3 fingers. Wilder's got it. There you go. So 3 fingers. Okay, and it from the ceiling to the floor it goes 5th, root, 3rd. Okay, right. So this one, 5th, root, 3rd. Oh my days. Right, well, I've never seen Phyllis. I don't know what she looks like. Right, so if we take that there, we've got 5th, the root, and we've got the 3rd there. See what I did there? Right, okay. Okay. So this is 5th, root, 3rd as well. So the A shape. Remember, we've got 5 shapes, cage shapes, C, A, G, E, D. So we've done the E shape, we've done the A shape, 5th, root, 3rd, and then the last one of them is the D shape, and this goes the same, right? So 5th, root, 3rd. What happens with this one? Guess, right? And if you guess that 5R3 happens on the E shape, 5R3 happens on the A shape, guess what happens on the D shape? How many fingers do you have on? Yes? Yes? 3 fingers. And those 3 fingers go 5th, root, 3rd. Now, the reason this is important is because we want to know where the 3rd is. Because if we know where the 3rd is, we can lower it 1 fret and make the chord minor. And importantly, it's not just the chord we can make minor, it is the triad that we can make minor as well. Okay, so this is what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you the 3 master major ones, and hopefully I'll get into the minor ones. Just have a sup of this. Ronnie Rover, good night from Deutschland. Right, good evening from Deutschland. So we've got those 3 there. Okay. Now the thing is, they are part of a smaller picture, right? Because what we really need to do is, I need to kind of like get you into the, well, not in the mood, because hopefully you're in the mood, you know. Do you need a drink to get in the mood? Who needs? Don't go there, Ricky. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you what we can do with our chords. Yes. I'm going to switch to this rather blurry cam link here, and I'll just quickly give it an adjust. I'll configure this on the fly because it does this. It loses its zoom. Now change my focus here, and then let's go down to about there. That usually does it. We get that exposure off. We turn that white balance off there. Zoom back up, and then we save that. Wonderful. Right, what I want to explain to you, and like I said, this is super, super quick. This is super, 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 super quick, right? And I'm just going to show you and give you a kind of like an idea of what it is. And I said the C major chord, yeah? So I said the C major chord, right? And what it is it comes from, we get the C major chord from the C major scale, okay? So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then I've got C there, that's an octave. But this is the root note, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, that's the seventh, and then we're back on the root there, but really we can just call that the octave, and that's the worst 8 I've ever drawn in my life. So what we do then is we take the 3 notes that we want, and those 3 notes there, right, those 3 notes, they form something called a triad, because there's 3 notes. Triceratops, trifle, triangle, yes? I think trifle's right. Okay, someone will tell me probably on the replay. Right, so the C major chord, that's what we've got there. And what you can see here is we've got the root, we've got the third and the fifth. So if I do that, I'm going to stack these in this manner. So I've got the root, the third and the fifth, and that would give me a C, an E, and a G. Now if we look at this in pitch, going up, yes, so this is pitch, John. Right, what the lowest sounding note we have is we've got this C note here. So this is called root position, yeah? So you can see that that's root position, but the way we look at that, the way we denote that, we'd say that it's root, third, fifth. That's how we'd spell that out as a chord formula, okay? As a chord formula, that's what we do. But what we can do is we can turn these and we can invert them. So I'm just going to talk about inverting these, right? So let's take this. What it basically means is we don't start on the root note. What we're going to do is we're going to start on the third instead. We're going to put that E at the bottom. The fifth's going to go there. And then because we've done that, we've got to chuck the root all the way up to the top here, and we get them in a different order, but you can see it's still C, E, G, right? Okay, so we've got that there. Now what happens is because we've inverted that, this is the first time we've done it, okay? This is the first time we've done it, so this is called the first inversion, right? So we get that first inversion. So okay, right, okay, that's pretty cool. But what we can also do is because we've got another one to go at. It's about permutations, really, if you think about it. If we take the fifth and start on the fifth, and then I'm going to put the root up here, which was a C, and then I'm going to put the third, and I'm going to chuck that up there, and then that was an E. You can see that what happens is I get the fifth in the bottom. This is called the second inversion, right? So this is the second inversion. Now this one here, this one goes 3, 5, R. That's what we're looking at, right? That's the one we're looking at. So these are the ones you should be writing this down on a piece of paper. Root third, fifth, 3, 5, R. But when you see this, it'll make sense. So when we look at this one here, however, second inversion, you see it goes fifth, root, third, 5, R, 3. Well, hang on. I've just told you that this one is my E, A, and D shapes, okay? And if we want to tie caged into this, which I'll show you, that this one here, this is the C and G shapes, right? And I will do it. I'll get through this and I'll show you how this works. So do we think we understand where these inversions come from? Does it make sense? So we've got a C. We want this C major chord. We take the scale. We pull the three ingredients that we need: the root, third, and fifth. Yeah, because Western music uses this thing called tertian movement. Okay. Yeah, David's put that G over C. Yeah, you can call it that. You can call it that if you want. You could have different inversions. There's lots of ways of no, C over G. That would be, David. Yeah, it would be C over G. Yeah, you know, and in fact, actually, let's do that, right? Okay, so root position, chords get called. So in this instance, it would be C. If it was first inversion, it would be C/E. If it was second inversion, it would be C/G. That's the one I think you're on about there, David. Just flip it round and you got it right, okay? So that's the way you're looking at it there, and it helps with your chord naming conventions. Does that make sense? Brilliant. Right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is going to move on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this information and I just want to show you how this works. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plot out an A major chord in this, and this is major chords here. So just because it's easier with an A. Now the thing we know with A major, hang on, let me just put this here. I'm going to just do the A major scale. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Right, now what I do is I think about what my sharps and flats are in the key of A, right? And I know that G sharp is my last one. Yes. Okay, so I go Father, Charles, goes. Right, okay, so Father, Charles, goes. So that's my A major scale. And what I know is my root, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, that's there. My root is an A, my third is a C, and my fifth is an E. So let me transfer that information over there. This is A major, okay? A major there. Inversions aren't like drop chords. Wilder, don't worry about that. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do A, right, equals A, C sharp, and E, and that gives us the root, the third, and the fifth. Because what we've got is we've got this major pattern here. We've got this master major pattern. Oh! Hang on. We've got a late arrival. We've got a late arrival here. Well, thank you very much. Let's have a look. Eyup, this is, yeah, you'll find this in the store as well. We've got this all play. Yeah, look. Hang on, I've got to move my face out of the way before it focuses. This is caged. Autopsy. There you go, mug. Oh, that's hot. That's good. It's good and hot. Thank you very much. Lava. Right, okay. So what we're going to do with this is, right, I'm just going to go back to this one here. And so if we go along, I'll go along this. What I can do is I can show you how this fleshes out, okay? So let's have a little scooch on this one. Is that going to do that? No, it's not playing. That's not playing. Okay. That might do it. Right. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the 5R3s in, guys. I'm going to put the 5R3s in because those are the ones that I was talking about. And what we could do is we can use those as our North Stars. Where's my notes? All right. That's why I can't see what I'm doing because that's in the way. There's a lot of things going on this screen, okay? That fretboard blank will be very handy. This fretboard blank will be in PDF Club. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put that. Remember, this is. You would look at this and you think to yourself, hang on, this is a fifth, this is the root, and this is the third. Look, this note here is an E. Look, D, E. This note here, G, A, that's the root note. B, that would be C there. So this is going to be C sharp. And remember, that's going to help me there. So I'm just looking at that business going on there. And I'm just filling this in, guys. It's just like Sudoku. And in fact, when you get this in PDF Club, guys, if there are any PDF Club members in here, yeah, what you need to do is download this sheet, print it off, and go through as many major chords as you can stomach. But by the time you've done 5, you'll get it. You'll understand it. You will understand it. So look, so I said that there. But here's the thing. This is the next one. E, okay, so there is another fifth. And if we think about the chord shape, yeah, I could put these here, yeah. I've got an E and I've got an A there. That's going to help me if I've got, like, say I had that thing where I had the inversions, yeah. Let me just put a root chord down. A root chord A, yeah, would be A, C, E, yeah. Okay, that would be my root position. If it was going to be an A over, well, the first one would be A over C sharp, yeah? then what happens is we start on the C sharp. That's the idea. We go C, E, and then A like that. So look, that's the A in root position. But if you wanted to, you could equally wallop that E in there as well. But bear in mind, when you do that, A over E, yeah, you end up playing, hang on, that's very scruffy, A, E, C sharp, you end up playing the second inversion. Yeah, so you end up playing these inversions. Yeah, so you can do this stuff. Okay, right, now, Wilder, it isn't my wife, it's my daughter. She's trained well, right? So the thing is, okay, well, you know, and this is kind of how I discovered this. And you've got to sit down with pen and paper and go through this stuff because you can discover these things. So I thought to myself, oh, hang on, right? Well, I know from Cage that this is the A shape here, okay? But I'm going to show you how you organize it, and then I'm going to show you the pattern and how it forms. This shape here lives inside a G chord. So if I come up here and I put this one here and this one here, you see that the G shape is forming there. If I hang on, let's have a look. If I got a post-it note, yeah. If we look at that, it's going to start looking like a G shape. Can you see the top of a G shape there? Right. So we're going to do that now. The way I play my G shape, I like to play it with the fifth there. And then I put the root there. So hopefully you can see that looks like a G shape. And this is what I mean about that intersect, guys. Because if you think about it, this is the A shape. And I'll put it at this side. This is the A shape. And this goes into the G shape. And it follows the Cage sequence. But what happens is we get this intersect that happens. And that's the intersect between two shapes. This is the A shape. This is the G shape. Now, this is wonderful that we're seeing this. But really, the pattern that I want you to see is I want you to see this shape here. Yeah, because this is the master. This is the first of the three master triad shapes. You go there, you go there, and you go there. That is your first pattern. But I want you to see how this root position, first inversion, and sequence carries on. It keeps on going around and around. So we get three different inversion orders, formulas here. So root, third, fifth. The first inversion goes third, fifth, root. Then the second inversion goes fifth, root, third. Now remember I said that before there. So if you look here, you can see it goes root, third, fifth. But then if we take that root note off and we start again, we go third, fifth, root. Okay, so that would be the first inversion. If we take those two off there, we get the second inversion. Okay, then if I take those three off, you see I get the first inversion. So this here, if you just put those two fingers on there and played that E string, you are essentially playing an A chord. It's not going to sound really thick and lush, you know, but this is the way to look at it, guys. So this is the first master shape, okay? So that is the first master shape, and that's the one we need, yeah, to help us along here. Now, what's also going to help here is understanding the Cage system. Yeah, this is the benefit of understanding the Cage system. All right, yeah, there's loads of stuff in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this. Now, here's the thing. The A shape, the G shape, the next shape that comes after the G shape in the Cage system, because if we look at it, C, A, G, E, D, it's going to be the E shape. E shape comes next. So you can see that you would bar across here. And what we would do is we would put the E shape on here. Look at this. This is where the 5R3 helps us out again, just to get our bearings. That's the North Star. Yeah? So we've got this 5R3 shape just there. But that isn't all that's going on here, guys, because what we've got is, if we think about it, if that's the root, then there's going to be a major third up here on this E string. Okay? So this one goes 3 just here. Now, I'm just hoping I've got enough frets on this thingy ding. I think I have, right? Because it just repeats itself anyhow. Right, so here what happens is we get into the next master triad shape, yeah? You could look at that and just say to yourself, if I got rid of, let me have a look. Have I got some, I can't find my post-it notes. Let's have a look at this. Right, so if I got rid of that and got rid of that, can you see? It's an E-shaped barcode that's underneath it. But the thing that you're looking for, here is, because we're starting on the third here, third, fifth root. That's the first inversion. Lose that one. Second inversion comes next, goes back to root position. Take that off, goes back to first inversion. You can see if I had another string, it would go back to second inversion. Yeah, so it would carry on going across there, snaking across in this reliable manner. Okay, in this reliable, it's super reliable, because all you need to do, all you're doing is you're following your inversions. You go root, third, fifth root, 5R3. Now, the reason you might want to do that is because when you start playing the inversions add a different richness, because you're introducing different gaps in the harmony. You're not just playing with thirds, yes? Because if we think about it, in fact, let's go there. If you look at the distance between that fifth and that root note there, it's a perfect fourth. So you're introducing a fourth into the harmony just by looking at that way. So moving from a fifth to the root, that gives you're moving away from that third thing that we all think that we have to do first, really, of just doing thirds or everything. But it accidentally introduces them, and it introduces other intervals. If we look between the fifth and the third in an E shape, that's a major sixth. Yes, so you can see, you start to see all these wonderful patterns, how they kind of manifest themselves. So hidden in between in your major chords, you've got fourths and sixths. It's like, what? How did we not know this? Yeah, so it's really interesting how this works. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this up in its natural conclusion, and actually I want you to see this from the perspective of just looking up the thick E string here. And you can do this, and you can see this on the let me just put that over there to be a little bit clearer. You can see this here. I've got a root, I've got a third, and then because I know my major triad it goes up a major third, and then the fifth is a minor third above, then I could just plonk that on there, and that's where my fifth lives. And because I know where my fifth lives there, I can say to myself, well, that's going to go 5R3. Okay? So that's going to go 5R3. Okay? Does this make sense? So 5R3. And then what happens is it goes, let's get rid of that. It goes root third, and it's going to go fifth just here. All right? Now, the thing is, because it's got here on this fifth, if I just get rid of that for a minute, yeah, this here, 5R3. What shape's that, guys? Yeah, what shape is it? So you start to see the North Star shapes are these guys here. Yeah? And this one here, because this is your second inversion. So this is why I always talk about this, because I think it's because everybody learns the E, A, and D shapes first because they want to learn to play Wild Thing, you know. That's it. So you put that there, and then you join that on, and this is the third and final pattern. But let me just tie this in. Let me just tie this in with caged, okay? So like I said before, if we look at that from there and there, we get an E shape. We can see that the E shape is just there, okay? And then if we come up here, what we could do is it starts to look a bit more complex, but essentially that's your root note. If you played a D chord, you would play it from the D string. You could have these other notes here, and in fact, if you played a D with an F sharp in the bass, you know, if you did it in first inversion, you could have that behind there, okay? Okay, so you could have that there, but you can also see where the fifth is going to come from. Okay, so this ends up giving you your D shape, yes? Which then the D shape and the C shape are so closely linked. Yeah, and I think, and I have this little arpeggio that I love to play, and I'll just show you this as well on the guitar. Yeah, so what you could do is this helps you with C and arpeggios, and this is a really useful arpeggio, I think. And it's very simple. All you do is you think to yourself, 5R3, and you go, right, so you got 5R3, and there's your fifth again. Is it the Woody Woodpecker one? So you could put that there. Now all you have to do is go fifth root and say to yourself, well, that's the root. That's on a D now. If I move it up to the E, this is going to be an E. Right, so there's an E. F. You wouldn't think that's an F, but that's an F triad. Yeah? Different to an F chord. Alright, there's an F chord. We can hear how that works on the top of that. So, in fact, I wonder if I can get it going, because I'm a bit cagey with this thing. See if it'll do it. And this is the power of understanding your triads. So, let's see if we can get this looper going. I've got the looper plugged in, guys. Let's see if it'll clear itself. I'm just playing an F power chord here. Right. Doesn't get much simpler, but basically I'm putting an F on top of another F. That's it. I managed. I'm surprised I did. Okay. So. I don't know, Phil. If you're sharing stuff that you shouldn't be sharing, maybe that's what it is. Let's have a look. I've not seen a link coming through. I don't know. It might be that YouTube says no, you can't post any links. It might be in the settings. It's something to do with settings. I've just made my picture just really big there, which I don't need. Well, let's have a look. Can I make that small? We're back. There we go. So, okay, he's a bit cagey with it. Cagey, get it? Yeah. So it's cool to see the notes. Yeah. So the thing is, you can see this, and what I was doing was I was playing that in the F major chord. Yes, that's all I was playing. I was playing the F major chord, but this is the A major chord. So I could do exactly the same thing with the A. So let's look at this, and a practical use case of this would be, say someone's playing an A down here, yeah, in the open cowboy chord position. Well, you could say to yourself, hang on, I know where the D shape lives at the 9th fret, yeah? So let's do that. Now, I don't know what this is going to come out like. I don't know how to delete this half the time. That's the problem. That's an F. Right, it's dead now. Let's get this. Right, okay, so I'm going to play this. This is the A. I'm going to play an A chord here. Something's going on. Nope. Okay. I need to get the hang of this looper. I haven't got the hang of it yet. But long and short is if I play an A here, I can move up here. Now I can see this Kings of Leon song, something like that, or just playing that. Someone playing that and playing chords from the key of A. And with that going on, very simple. Stuff like that, you'd have a ball with that. But so we take that there. But what I was on about this idea of the intersect between these chords. So wherever we've got the D, the C chord is part of it. In fact, you'll see that this shape here, if I take this D shape and I move it down behind the note, you can see that that's an open string and that's an open string. And that's the first finger that you hold down, and then the C chord joins onto it. So anywhere I can see that D shape, I know that my first finger can play the C shape there. Now, if I'm going to play it as a bar chord, I have to play it like that. I could play it like that. So this ties into this shape here. So you can see that this is the intersect. So you see where these intersects all reside. But the main thing to get is, look at this, guys. We've got the second inversion, root position, first inversion. Then we get the second inversion. And if you think about it, root and third, well, you know, if we had another string, the fifth would probably be on that. Now, that is very cool as it is. And that's the shape that you want to hold in your head, you know, and you could do a lot with that. Particular chord that I'm fond of myself is expanding that C shape. In fact, actually, let me just go back to this. Look at this. Just want to show you this one here. You see where it intersects with the D shape. I'm going to add that on here. So let me just show you. This is that's the C shape with the that's the D shaped C. Yeah, because it's behind there. I wouldn't put my fingers behind there. I'm not doing anything there. But if I take this here, right, what I can do is now I can add that fifth on here. And immediately it sounds rich and sumptuous and velvety. You know, it just makes me, it's just really, really sort of nice thing to play. And what I can actually do is I can think of it and I can just play it like an E chord. Look at that E shape there. 5R3, I can play it here. I get the same thing. Yes, I get that ident again. So what I like to do is I like to play these. They sound really rich. And they kind of voicings that people don't really play much. People play the cowboy chords. But this, you know, if you're a folk singer or, you know, you're a bit arty, you know, you've got like a hat, a jaunty angle, you know, something like that, then you'll find that this is a good one. That's a C, that's a G. How easy is that change there, guys? Let me just, do I need to zoom in on that? Let me just zoom in on that. There it is. There's the 5R3, that's the C chord, and that's a G chord. I'm muting out the A string there. I'm just firing through because I know that the A shape is living underneath in these three strings here. Yeah. Nice and easy. So we got that going on there. Now we can get clever and play shapes like this. Yeah, so this is an A chord, and I'll just go in through those. And what I'm going to do is, in fact, actually, I've got this, haven't I? I've got this here. Let me put this. I'll get the zoom and the pan down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play this one here. I'm going to show you through the variations of this first shape here. The first shape, I could play an easy cheat like this. Yeah, can I zoom in on this? Will it zoom in over there? Yeah, we've got it. Yeah, right, so look. Root, third, fifth. Fifth, root, third. This is a favourite. Yeah, because this one. Yeah, this is a first inversion and it gives you that. That option to play your A chord with extra richness of that third on top. You could equally play it with another root here. Yeah, so there's lots of ways we can have this. So we can play the second inversion, first inversion, root position here. But that's a G shape as far as I'm concerned. And it's a bit stretchy and it's nice, but is it what you want? Is it a bit too plain? I like that rich sound there. So that's the first shape. Now the next one we want, hang on, can we get down here? Can you see there is this one? Hang on, can I get it down a bit further? There, right? I'm trying to tilt my finger at the right angle. I've got to remember where to go. Right, okay, so now. So this is the pattern. So instead of going to your root note, this is an easy one to remember, guys, because if you, there's your A, yeah? That's your A using the E shape. Okay, but we can just skinny it down. Just you can play it like this. Just these three here. And what you could do is you can see 5R3, root, third, fifth, third, fifth, root, 3, 5R. Yeah, so and you could do that. Yeah. Yeah, so I can link that to this. Yeah, so I can do that there. And I can also, this is a nice one. Look at this is a chord that people don't play. I can bar the fifth and the root there. So I could play the 5R3 here. But what I want to do is I want to access this third here. That might be a shape that I want to play. This is an A chord. So, it doesn't sound particularly great today. This guitar needs some loving. So there. You take that there. Right, okay. Now the next one. This is this here. This one here. Yeah, that ident again. I go here. This is the C shape. So go 5R3, root, third, fifth, fifth, root, third. And I've got my fifth up here. Now, and that's the one that we could do. Like I showed you this arpeggio idea, this little... That one that I showed you before. Yeah, so I can join it onto that C shape. Yeah, and I can add that to there, and then I'm into this territory where I can play arpeggios now. So remember, there's only 3 elements of pitch: chords, scales, arpeggios. So that would be a way to play it. No, I wouldn't do that one. I'd do it there. You can join them all up. Anyhow, there's lots of different ways to join them up. So that takes care of the major guys. Right, so those are the 3 master patterns. Okay. What we can do though is, and I'm going to do this really rapidly, guys. I'm going to do this extremely rapidly because there's something happening right now that I've got a vested interest in. So I'm going to love you and leave you sooner or later. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this idea, and remember, this is why this ties into this lesson here in the book. Yes? Master shapes. If we take the major third and we lower it 1 fret, we get the minor third. Okay? So what I can do here is I can turn this master pattern into minors. So let's look at this, and I'll come across this so quickly, right? So if I go here, I'm going to go root. My third should be here, okay? But I'm going to put it down here because it's a flat third, and that's minor. Major is root, third, fifth. Minor is root, flat, third, fifth, okay? Okay. Just a little sup of me tea there. Okay, so we've got the root, third, fifth. Now, the fifth is still in the same spot. The root is still in the same spot. But remember, that third was there before. So now what happens is it moves down here. And we get the flat third. Now, this ends up a little bit different, but you can see how it works. Look, and the thing is, if this was an A minor chord, we've got an A, a C, and an E. So this means that this is involved and this is involved as well. Okay? Right? Okay, so we've got that there. Now, let me just cross over. Hopefully, you can see. Where is it? I've got a sheet of paper here. There's my A minor chord. Reveals itself. So it's still, and I'll go through these. These are your A minor. These are your caged minor shapes, okay? So you've got this here. Then if we look at this here, we've got root third, fifth, root here. Now this is a bit of a bugger, is this, if I'm honest, right? And the way that I would play this as a open chord, I'd take that flat third and I would put it up here if I was playing it as an open chord. Okay, I'd kill the A string, maybe with this, but you can't do with this particular pattern. But if I come from this side now, yeah, that's the G shape. It's modified and it's not easy to play. You wouldn't play it generally. So this would be the G minor shape there, okay? But the thing is, what we get pattern-wise, we get this root, flat third, fifth, root, flat third, fifth. Okay, does that make sense? So you've got one pattern. That's your first master minor pattern. Let's go up a minor third on this E string here. We don't even have to do that. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'll put that in because I'm going to put the minor 5R3 in here, guys. Okay, so I'm going to put the minor 5R3 in. 5R flat 3, and that demonstrates how we end up playing this. Look, you'd play that as a bar chord. That's your bar chord there. And it's an E minor shape that you get there. So there's your E minor shape. So these shapes, they all tie into this. But what happens is we don't have a major third, which would be at the 9th fret. We have a flat third just here. And you can see how that alters that pattern. Okay, see how this alters the pattern. That, and that. Okay, that's the one. So that's the second pattern, and let's move on to the next one. So we've got the third, flat third there. Remember, minor chords go up a flat third, minor third, and then they go to from the third to the fifth. That is a major third. So this is the fifth here. So same as this, really. It's just the third that's doing all the shuftying around. There's the fifth. There's the root. Look, the third was here before. You can always lower the. You lower to get a minor from a major. You can always lower the highest string one fret. It's not the highest string. It's the third. You lower it one fret. Yeah, and that's Marcel. That's page 31, lesson 25 in the book. So that explains that in the book. So root, flat third lives there. Okay, are we good? Right. And then so what I'm going to do here now with this. We're going to look at, is this the easiest way to do this? Right, okay. We're going to do this. We're going to put the fifth here. Yeah, so I'm going to plot this out. Look at the same way that the, excuse me, intervals are spelt. Frog in my throat. Okay, so A minor, so A, G, A minor, G. Then what happens is we get the A, G, E, and then this becomes the D minor shape. We get the D minor shape next. Fifth, we get the root, and then what happens is we get the flat third just there, right? Because what hopefully you can see is these intersects again. Not insects. You shouldn't be seeing insects. Yeah. So we've got that there. Let me show you the intersects. So it just shows you where those 5R3s are. These are the minor 5R3s there. There's the minor one there. So that's from the A shape. This one here is from the E shape. Okay, and this one here is from the D shape, and this ties in with, like I say, this lesson in the book. Okay. Now, so then what happens is this part here goes into the C minor shape, which is bloody awful. It's not useful. It's hard to play. One of the shapes that I like to play is this one here, just these three here. And then what you can do is, like, you know, whenever you see anybody playing triads up the neck in the key, just in major and minor triads, this is where these string sets come from. Because what you do is you break this down and you say, right, okay, I'm looking at my master pattern. Where do my shapes live on the D, G, and B string? Yeah, that's a string set. Yeah, that's what I think of as a string set. A string set is 3 strings that you're looking at. Okay, So you look at that. You might look at the G, B, and E string. Look at that shape. You look at that shape, and then you look at that shape. And that gives you the same chord in 3 different positions. But obviously, you're exploiting different parts of the voice again. Okay, so you look at that. Now, so you can see 5th root 3rd, 5th root 3rd. Okay, so 5R3 is a thread that goes through it. You can see it there, 5R3, 3rd, 5th root 3rd, 5th root. So it's always you're always gonna find your way if you have the 5R3. This is why I teach the 5R3, because it just helps you to get your way around it. Now, let's do this little tickle. I'm gonna have to be quick with this one. Let's do this. I'm gonna demo some stuff here. You're gonna have to watch this video again, guys. I imagine it will be one of those. But here, what we have is we have our minors. Look, so we've got the 3 minor triad shapes. So that was the one I was on about. But I could equally play just this little shape here. There, I could play this shape here. And I could play this shape here. That's just using what's on those 3 strings there. Now, obviously, what I could do is I could think to myself, like I did, there's a lesson in the book where I take the D shape, for instance. Yeah, major, minor, minor. What I can do is these minor ones here. Yeah, I can expand on those, and I can take that shape there. It sounds a bit rough. So I can play that. I like to play that as a minor chord, but because it's there, and hang on, will I kind of point to it? This one here at the 9th fret. Yeah, I'm on the flat 3rd, the 5th, and the root here. Right, sorry, the 9th fret. If I play them there, sorry, 10th fret. What am I on about? Yeah, gives me an A minor. Hang on, if I play it like this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, something like that. I can't remember it. It's been a while since I played that one. So this one, Chimp number 1 says, what's the best PDF? The best PDF is the one that you write out yourself, because it becomes intrinsic, does the knowledge, yeah? So we've got that there. So just coming back down here again, though, so we can see other sneaky ways to play what you wouldn't normally think of as being a minor. Look at that. So I've got the 5th, the root, and I put the flat 3rd here. Yeah, and you can see if I look at that, I just see my minor pentatonic. So I can see how that's going to fit in with that one. So I'll play that there. You can hear the build up on that, how strange the change from minor to major. Here's my major, here's minor. You could do it like this. There's major, minor. I'm flattening the 3rd. This guitar is in need of some real love. Major, minor. We all know that one. If you know that one, then this is the biggest sort of clue that you can see in that. Yeah, so you can think to yourself, yeah, you could play progressions up on the strings. Yeah, of course you can. You could just use all these shapes. And the thing is you've got to explore them, guys. So you've got to explore them. But the thing is, you take that idea there, and if I just go, let me just zoom back out again. So if I go like this, I've got A minor here. What I'll do in my own mind is I think to myself, do you know what? I'm not coming in on the root note. The root, starting a solo or a phrase on a root note is boring. Yeah, so I'm going to come in on. I could either come in on the 3rd, which is an emotion note. Yeah. There's the third. Now what I did is I just borrowed from a pentatonic. And then I play the triad there. Yeah. You can play triads up the strings. Yeah, you mix them. That's the thing, Wilder. You mix scales and you mix triads. And licks. Yeah, and there. I've got this here. Yeah. Yeah, so I can see where all these patterns are going to go. These are my target notes. So I can just mix and match and go through them. That was just like it using the A minor there. Okay, so guys, let me just take this off here. Where is it? Oh, that's how I do it. No, that's not it. I've just put them on there. I've put the major ones on, put the minor ones. These diagrams will be in PDF Club. This will be in PDF Club. It's going to be in PDF Club. This is a PDF Club. Everything's going to be in PDF Club. Some extra handouts like this, some printables like this, and also some cheeky extras in PDF Club. So all you need to do then is, as Phil says, what's PDF Club? That's what we want to know. What's PDF Club? We're going to get into it. And so everybody looks like, do you know, it looks like everybody's turning up late because they're just expecting the waffle. But the waffle is done. The lesson is done, guys. Make sure you can wallop that like there. And like I say, I'm going to have to get off imminently because, yes, there's something. Man City are playing. What you? It's an important match, and I'm a massive fan. So make sure you wallop the like, guys. Check out the PDF Club link here, and I will see you. If you want to have a little chat in the chat, yeah, what I'll do is I'll play you an outro. I've got an outro now, but it's got a scan. It's got a thing for the book on it. I hope you enjoyed that one, and I will see you next week, guys. Remember, yeah, you're playing guitar for yourself, not for anybody else. Have fun with it, okay? Have fun with it. That's the main thing. And play for yourself, and don't forget that that's what it's all about. Okay, so I will see you next week, guys, with another lesson. I think we'll probably be back to the book next time, but just wanted to give you a peek under the kimono so that you know what's involved in PDF Club. Yeah, have a little look in there. See if it's for you. Might be, might not be. It's fine. Mrs. Ricky's just put a link in there. I'm going to, you're going to find a link in there. I'm going to play the outro. Blue Moon, Richard Dobson. Yes, there we go. So I'll see you later. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other.